everybody, welcome back. Today I'm sporting Minnesota. So this is the last one of the new shirts that I've gotten. So I'm still waiting for more to come. So for now, after this one, we're going to go back into our other arsenal that we had there. Today we are going to talk legalities. I got bored this morning, and you know what happens when I get bored. I start asking GPT all kinds of questions. So I was on there and I wanted to see if they could find a court ordered document for this DNA test that Ken and Ryan were supposed to take, right? I'll just show you some of the stuff that I got. So now I'll read some out to you. Okay? Okay. I couldn't find a publicly available legal records, e.g., court-filed paternity judgments, publicly posted birth certificates that definitively confirm the legal status of Gypsyrose Blanchard's child beyond media reporting. But there are some relevant legal issues that have been reported. I'll go this way. According to legal commentary, because Gypsy was still legally married to her ex, we all know that, right? So I'm not going to get into that. An attorney told People that for her boyfriend, Ken Urquhart, to be legally recognized as the father, there would have to have been an affidavit or a court-ordered DNA test, right? Which there wasn't. I can find none nowhere on the records. And they searched every parish in Louisiana for these records, and there isn't any. And I found it very interesting, too, when I came to, hang on, where is it? This one here, I think it is, right? If the husband goes and signs the affidavit along with the boyfriend, which means they'd have to show up there together? I don't know. Okay, I'll sign the affidavit along with the boyfriend. Then the true father, if you will, if it's the boyfriend name, will go on the birth certificate, says Brock, adding, in these kinds of situations, we always recommend to do a DNA test because there are overlapping hookups that are possible. You don't know. However, if Anderson declines to sign the affidavit or takes a DNA test because he wants to be on the birth certificate, then the other party, Urquhart, would hire a lawyer and go in and file for paternity, and then the court would order a DNA test, Brock explained. So in the end, if the boyfriend's fighting it and the husband will not sign a certificate saying he is the father, ultimately the court going to make them all take a DNA test, right? But when I looked to see if there was a court-ordered DNA test, there wasn't any. Now, they could say that he would have went on his own to do it, but in order to change the baby's last name, they would need a court-ordered paternity test. Now, I'll show you the rest of the documents that I got. So this one here says, after all these measures are taken and the DNA results prove that Urquhart is the father, only then will Blanchard and Urquhart be able to submit it to the vital records, who will change the birth certificate and say Urquhart's name is the father. But they didn't do that. So I'm confused. I'm very confused about this because they can't just go and do it on their own and change the birth certificate. It's not going to work that way because the birth certificate is a legal document. They have to do it legally to change the name to Urquhart. Now, I know a lot of people say when a baby's born, you can have whatever last name on it you want, and that is true if it starts out that way. If she had to put Blanchard on that baby as soon as it was born, There was nothing that nobody can do about it. At least not here. So I don't know. Like, I have a cousin who named one of her children's last names after her husband's stepfather's last name. It's not even her husband's last name. And she got to do it. But I think because she did it at birth, when she signed all the registration papers and everything, that's the name she used. But Gypsy, when she went to the hospital, obviously her last name was Anderson at the time, so they're going to just go by Anderson. But she could have corrected them, I think. She could have said, look, no, I don't want you to put Anderson on the baby. I want you to put Blanchard. I don't know. You guys tell me how that works down there, because I'm not sure. I might be just confused because up here we do it a little bit different. I don't know. I got a lot of, like, some of these things that I got are from People magazine. So they're not all from ChatGPT. ChatGPT would just lead me to where I can find these documents or these interviews. So some of them will say People magazine, some will say TMZ, whatever, and I just click the link and I'll go there. So it's not all ChatGPT, because I know a lot of people are going to say ChatGPT is wrong sometimes, and that is so true. I mean, look at the narrative it's using for Gypsy right now. It's using the first narrative, which is the wrong one. That's why I say a lot of people got to keep using it in order for it to change its mind. Got to give it, what's the word? Evidence that what we are saying is right. So you got to tell them where to go to find these evidence. Find the evidence. Tell them to search certain things. And if it can't find it, then like this, they can't find it. So they're just going to tell you they can't find it. Like this one. Ken's name can only go on the birth certificate if Ryan signs an affidavit acknowledging Ken is the father. Otherwise, Ken would need to pursue the matter in court. So can he just do it by signing the affidavit and they don't need a DNA test? Is that what they're trying to tell me here? This is why I said I'm confused, guys. I'm getting conflicting, like, some of the stuff that people wrote down in there that they should have done are different than what I'm finding from the parishes are saying what needs to be done, right? It says major news outlets report a pre-birth paternity test that showed Ken Urker as a biological father, and media pieces say paperwork was in progress. But those articles did not produce a link or affidavit or court order. So what they're saying is going to be happening is not exactly what's happening, because they didn't follow through, right? I couldn't find any publicly accessible legal document, an affidavit signed by Brian Anderson, or a court paternity judgment available online that formally recognizes Ken Urker as a legal father or shows Ryan conceding paternity. They couldn't find anything. Anything. Now, you think with, like, because Gypsy is always in the news kind of thing, right? That they would have put something out there. I'm pretty sure. If Gypsy got married to Ken tomorrow, she's going to plaster it all over the place, her friggin' marriage certificate. You watch, right? So we all see that they're married, right? I know she would. So why wouldn't she want everybody to see that her baby's his? Without that fake mouth swab one that she did at home. All right, we got other things in the news. Gypsy has tried baking today. I know, whoop-de-doo, right? I'm surprised she didn't burn it. And I only used pictures because I heard another content creator had difficulties with her. She put a copyright strike on that video, so I wasn't even going to chance it. But watch this video. Yeah, that's Why do I keep wanting to call her Julie? What's her name? Amber J. Amber J acting a fool. And if you look down in the comments, her kissing Gypsy's ass. That's what this video is all about. Her kissing Gypsy's ass. I just want to show you guys that. All right, guys. So we'll see you again tomorrow. And everybody have a great day. And everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and or alleged. Bye now.